Welcome to the Geekatorium podcast on Monday, the 11th of May, as we record this. In this episode, we are going to be talking about the finale of Daredevil. I mean, that's pretty much what we're mostly going to be talking about. We're going to touch on The Boys, we're going to touch on Invincible, and we are going to touch on some UK comedy stuff as well. If you for our international listeners, we are going to touch on that. So stick around, get in the comments, like, share, subscribe, all of those things, but let's get into the podcast. Hey, buddy.
Oh, hello.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. I think this is going to be an interesting recording session right now.
I love this. I love how, like, this is the thing about a podcast is that people think, oh, it's all off the cuff and everything like that. But we've been talking for about 10 minutes before we started. So can we tell the people why this is going to be an interesting?
What we've established one thing though. One of us is more an EBO. See? One of us
there we go. I think
and the other. So, hello. Hello, loyal listeners. I'm not like hammered, but I've had a couple of pints. I've had a couple of pints that were unexpected, and I didn't think I'd be in this state right now. But I feel good, and it's always nice to see you. No, I feel great. Yeah, it's fine. But it's nice to see you, and I'll be honest. Look, it's been a trying week, but I'm okay. I'm over the tryingness now, so that's fine. That's fine, and I'm really looking forward to talking to you about this because we had a bank holiday.
We did have a bank holiday. It was very nice. Did you do anything nice?
Yeah, I mean, I watched films, caught up with some things. I've been trying to get my partner to watch more Star Wars, and we're so far up to we've watched all the prequels.
Yeah.
And we watched Solo, and we watched episode 1 of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay. My question is, why did you start with the prequels? Did you do the originals?
In chronological order, because I'll be honest, and my partner should be fine with me saying this. She would get way too confused if we dotted around a timeline.
Okay.
We need to go from start to finish.
Oh.
I can't go. So this one is in between these. Do you remember these? Which one were those ones? It's the ones that this happened. I don't think I remembered that. So I don't want to, if we just watch it in order of timeline, she is going to get less lost.
Okay. Brilliant. Fair enough. I understand. It's
not me having a dig at her. That's her honestly saying that to me.
No. I get it. I disagree, but I get it.
So do I, but it's fine. But she's over the worst of the films now.
Really? This is very true.
Like the worst of the films is over. So everything from now on is good. Instantly, we went from the prequels to Solo, and Solo... She did get goosebumps when Vader became Vader.
Did she now?
Yes. She said that scene was amazing, but then it was instantly ruined by Padme losing the will to live.
Which to be fair, I think a lot of people did during the prequels. So,
She was just like, oh, I'll just fucking die then. Just fucking die. And that's what happened.
Buddy. So, what an experience.
That was my bank holiday. What did you do?
I have kids, mate. What do you think I did? I just suffered.
You loved every second of it.
One of them is sick right now, so it was exactly. So I had a great time over bank holiday. No, it was lovely. I'm only joking. I had a lovely weekend. It was full of family time, and I can't complain. But I had no time. I did watch some stuff. So let's talk about it. Let's
watch some stuff. Otherwise, you wouldn't have another podcast to record.
This is very true. Why do I have 2 podcasts? We'll talk about that in a bit. Let's talk about why we're here today, why we're gathered at this point. Yes, Daredevil. What do you think?
Fucking loved it. I fucking loved it. I mean, I tried to come up with so many things because the fact that it was like a reverse January 6th. was just hilarious. So it's like not a January 6th, a 6th of January, not a storming of the Capitol, a capitaling of the storm.
Wait. Calling it not January, but 6 January makes it sound British. In which case, it would have just been very polite. Oh, excuse me. Can I get past? Excuse me. Sorry. Can I get past here?
Excuse me. I disagree, sir.
We're gonna storm number 10. What? Before EastEnders? I'm not storming anyone until I've had a cup of tea.
Oh no. But it was still good. It was very good. I liked the concept of it, like the way it sort of came together. I mean, some of it was utterly preposterous. There is no way that video would be allowed in court. There is just no way that video would be allowed in court. But the whole thing with him, I'm Daredevil, Shakespeare, Iron Man, and all of that sort of stuff was excellent. The fact that Fisk and Murdoch had to have their own hallway fight together. Not together. I felt like they should have met in the middle, and then it sort of came to a head like that. That would have been awesome. But the way it happened was, I still don't think Fisk should have been just, oh, you're in exile. Enjoy.
Yeah. I think that's the I think from my point of view, I enjoyed it. I thought it was very, very good. I'm with you on that, and it is well for me. It's like a triumph of them sticking to their guns to Disney and being like, we need to do Daredevil. We can't do what you think Daredevil should be. We need to do what we've been doing on Netflix. And it's a triumph of that because hands down, it's one of the best things that's come out of the MCU in the last few years. It's phenomenal season, phenomenal finale. Seeing Luke Cage, Jessica Jones again, especially Jessica Jones being Jessica Jones and coming back. But even seeing Luke Cage at the end, and that's sort of like, okay, cool, the gang is coming back together, which was nice. But I think the thing that kind of not ruined it, but I was a bit disappointed at was like, oh yeah, Fisk, you're okay, go live on a beach.
Yeah,
I didn't like that. I think because he was offered that plea bargain, that plea deal before he started murdering civilians. As soon as that happened, like when Matt Murdock's going like, just take the deals. Like at that point, he's like, Matt, you've just seen him literally snap people, like pretty much snap people in half and throw them up balconies. At that point, you're going like, no, you had your chance. Now you're going to rot. Like that's what it should have been. And like that kind of annoyed me that they didn't do that. That they were like, no, you gotta still take the deal. And then suddenly Matt's now the one who is rotting when he should have been on Rikers Island. Like he should have been sent out to Rikers and like solitary, whatever. But instead, like I didn't like that ending. I didn't like that part of the ending. It kind of annoyed me a little bit. It's
the one thing I guess what it's trying to say is he might be on the most beautiful beach in the world, but he's alone.
That still works in prison though. Like
it still works in prison, and I also feel that if he's going to come back, he's going to hook up with now who Lady Muse is.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of flirty nonsense going on like the day after the funeral.
Well, we all thought it was going to be our suave British assassin was going to be the hookup for her. Really?
Well, I still think that's the thing because she was looking after him after he got shot. He really got a bit of a raw deal in the finale because after like killing Daniel in the episode before, and then he's just in the sidelines of that episode. He's just on the floor wrapped in in a jacket. That's it. That's
also, goddamn, how did that show make me feel sorry for him, for Daniel? Like insane.
Oh,
like
Daniel. Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
no, because like he went from being like this kind of like, so he starts off being like bit of an oaf, blah blah blah. Then it's like, no, you're a sleaze bag and you're trying to do whatever you can. I don't like you. To suddenly being like, oh man, no, like you have so much depth to your character and blah blah. And like at the end of it, I'm like, damn it, you bastard for killing him. Like I should be angry. I should be like happy because he's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy. He's just example of like how Fisk like manipulates and uses people. And
yeah, he's the incel.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
exactly.
That's what he is.
He would have been on a Louis Theroux documentary. That's that's who he was.
Well, yes and no. No, he's more the guy. No, actually, he's the guy that follows the incel.
Exactly. Yeah.
Guy, he's not the what was it called? The man. What was it called again? I didn't. The man, not the manscaping.
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by.
Oh, that was the time, wasn't it? Where all podcasts were.
Do you remember that? Yeah.
They were all ball shavers. But you know what I mean? Like the manosphere. That was it.
Yeah.
He followed the manosphere. He was not like part of it. But at the same time, he did seem to have an awareness as like, what I'm doing is kind of wrong, but it feels kind of good. But as soon as it started to hit close to home, hence with like BB, it was like, oh no, actually what I'm doing is pretty awful.
Yeah.
The closer it got to home, the more he woke up to it, which I think was cool. And that line of him saying like I've done bad things and I can't have anyone else knowing that I've done these bad things.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, oh, he's really turned. Like he has turned, but actually he saved himself. He saved his soul.
Yeah, he did. He did.
About that, he saved his soul at the end.
Absolutely, and
it's writing. It was such good writing with his character.
But that was the whole thing about Daredevil. It's the whole thing about Daredevil. It's like redemption and saving souls and stuff like that. I mean, like even like what Murdoch did for Poindexter for Bullseye, saving his soul and stuff like that. Mercy, exactly. And that's all of it is all about that. And it's and even through to Fisk. Like, and as much as I still am annoyed by that ending. I do think that's the one criticism I have, is that I think, having seen what he did to what were civilians, that was where the line should have been. And like you could make an argument that, oh well, it's just echoing today's world where bad guys, you know what I mean?
It's just like, you might not like it, but is it unrealistic?
Yeah. But I also, when I go to my entertainment, I want to see like what the world could be. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you want comeuppance.
Yeah. I want to feel like there is some sense of justice, even if it is in my made up TV shows.
But we might not got a season 3 if there was comeuppance. So
this is
Fisk. Really, realistically, he needs to die.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, it'll just go on. It's Batman and the Joker. The Joker must die. Otherwise, more people will get hurt and killed. That's what needs to happen with Fisk. But without that, we have no story.
This is very true. This is very true. But no,
it sets up what's next, like Poindexter taking over from Luke Cage. That's really the thing that
I'm really I'd love to. I hope they do more with that, because I really want to see. Yeah, I want to see that side of things, because it feels very Suicide Squad, doesn't it? Like, bad guy goes to work for the
setting up Thunderbolts too, but that's obviously not a thing that's happening. But that's what it sort of feels like, that it's the beginning of starting an anti-hero team.
Yeah, exactly. There you go, Thunderbolts. That's the reference I really meant to say. Not Suicide Squad. But no, yeah, absolutely. And I hope it'd be interesting to see Matthew Lillard, by the way, in this season. Oh, fantastic. Like, how could Shaggy be so creepy?
The reason why I was so easily able to accept that is because I watched Five Nights at Freddy's, and he's an absolute monster in that film. So
I love this whole thing, as like, I think I've mentioned this before here. If I haven't mentioned it here before, I've spoken to loads of people about this. What I love is that there are certain actors, when they get to a certain age, they just start doing these roles that are completely opposite to what they did when they were younger. And you can tell they're having more fun in it. And the biggest example I can give is Hugh Grant.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Hugh Grant.
Yeah, late stage Hugh Grant is like phenomenal. Like, he's the highlight of Paddington 2. Right, he's like, without a doubt. But
Dungeons and Dragons, he's brilliant.
Brilliant in Dungeons and Dragons, brilliant in all these things. But he's one. He said, like, as he got older and lost his looks, he started to be able to do things that he actually enjoys doing. And I feel like Matthew Lillard, like, because he's older now, he doesn't look like the fun stoner guy anymore. He can't do those roles anymore.
Yeah,
and he's leaned into this and doing stuff, and it's just brilliant. Like, I love it. Steve Carell's another example as well. Steve Carell's fantastic.
Steve Carell. But have you heard? So Matthew Lillard has also recently been cast in the next Superman movie.
Oh, brilliant! Perfect.
So who knows what role he's playing, but he's been cast in Man of Tomorrow. So yeah.
Nice. I can't wait to see what he does, because if he does anything as well as he did in this, then he's gonna be brilliant. So yeah. No, I loved it. I thought overall I enjoyed this season. I thought it was they did really well to sort of continue where it left off. But like the pacing was good. Like everything felt purposeful. Like there was a point to literally everything that happened. Like nothing felt like it was just for the sake of it. And there were enough like even like the death of Fisk's wife. Like it was like even though I knew it was going to happen, they did well enough in the writing and the build up to be like, no, there's a chance she could survive. No, she's dead. Like it was like, like I thought they did that. And as you know, Daniel, you mentioned there as well, they did a really good redemption with him in essentially 2 episodes. You know, it went from burying the body to him saving BB. That was his redemption arc. Like those 2 episodes, which was so small but so quick. And like you could argue, yes, of course, throughout that season, there's like lots of it. And that she was doing what she was doing to sort of manipulate him and turn him around. But she wasn't manipulating him. It wasn't until she visited his house and saw like who he actually was that she suddenly went, actually, I can't use him in the way that I've been using him. Yeah. So it's like they did so well to sort of do that. So yeah, I think this whole season was really good. And then the finale I love that it wasn't an all action finale between Fisk and Daredevil.
Well, we already had that at the end of
Exactly. It didn't need to be. It needed to be what it was, and I think they did that. I think they did it really well. I loved it. And as I say, the reverse January 6th of January.
Capital of the Storming. That's what
the capital of the storm. The capital of the storming. Brilliant. Yeah. Loved it. Brutal though. Brutal.
It was brutal. It was like in a lot of ways unintentionally hilarious.
People go running up and go, yeah, really? Do you want to run up to that?
So after you've just seen him snap a guy's back on the corner of a wall, you're going to go, do you know what? I'm going to go for it.
I think I can do this.
I can give it a go. There was the guy, you see him think about it, and then he runs, and then he just like basically has his arm ripped off.
It's hilarious.
Nice one. Nice one. The only thing I think as well they could have made a bit more of a joke on was when Bullseye saw the guy dressed as Bullseye. After series 3 of Netflix Daredevil, after he dressed as Daredevil. Yeah. I mean, it was funny that he was like poser, but it should have been like, oh, yeah, it doesn't feel so good when someone does it to you. You know, that kind of, oh, yeah, that's, no, yeah.
Yeah, but
to Matt or something like that, you know.
It always annoys me when writers miss these things. Like, always, like at the end, like you mentioned Obi-Wan, the Kenobi series there.
Yeah.
The biggest miss of that series, apart from a lot of it, the biggest miss of that series is at the end when Vader's standing over Kenobi and doesn't say, now I have the high ground. Like, literally, it was there. Like, what? Like, how? Like, that would have redeemed the worst escape smuggling out of Princess. That would have redeemed that. Like, if he'd said that one line, it would have been like, perfection. But they didn't. And I'm like, why did you not say it? Why did you not? Like, it would have been. Oh.
Well, it's the fact that wasn't it the thing that at the end Obi-Wan actually defeats Vader by chucking like boulders at him, like literally defeating him with high ground.
Yeah,
that was the actual. I think that was the joke.
Yeah, but I know
No, I know exactly what you're saying, and you're right.
I know I'm right.
You're right. No, he should have. There's a part of me that is like, I don't know if that would have worked because it would have been maybe too on the nose. But it's like, oh, do you know what? At this point, just go for it.
Just do it. Just do it. Just like, we deserve. Like, they were trying to give us fan service. Give us proper fan service. Give us and you say it's the same thing here in Daredevil. It would have been nice to something.
Just a little something. But in terms of speculation for next series, and also because he's now in prison, and I'm pretty sure in that same prison we see Spider-Man fighting the Hand in the Brand New Day trailer.
Yeah, I think
So-
Spider-Man's going to be breaking him out. Yep.
I don't think he's going to break him out. No, I think
No?
he's going to have a fight, and I think there's going to be a cameo. I think maybe what it is, it might be. I'm just again just throwing stuff out there. It might be that the Hand, because the Hand are an adversary of Daredevil. They were in series 1 of Daredevil, actually series 2 as well. It could be that they're breaking into the prison to kill Daredevil because he's in there now, and Spider-Man goes in to save him. But I think Matt Murdock would be like, no, I'm following the law, and I'm going to stay right here. And I feel like that's what's going to happen. Is he's
Oh,
there
yeah.
But Murdoch's going to go, no. If I go out, I'm just as bad as they say I am. I'm going to stay here and finish my sentence until they call me off for Doomsday.
Who? Because there's been there's some confirmations. One of them is Finn Jones.
Oh yeah, he's back.
He's back. So because we talked about Luke Cage is coming back. Obviously, Mike Coulter.
Yeah, he's back.
We know.
Mike Coulter posted pictures of all of them and then promptly took them down, probably by order of Kevin Feige.
Yeah. Don't do a Tom Holland.
Too late.
But we know. So Danny Rand's coming back. So it's going to be like the gang. Like literally, the gang is getting back together. They're Blues Brothers. They're doing a Blues Brothers on this, right?
Everyone but Ahsoka.
Yeah. Yes.
If Ahsoka came in and went, "Oh shit, wrong! Oh no."
So
what is it? Colleen Wang? That's the other one, isn't it? Colleen Wing.
Yeah,
is it
Wing? Wing, I think it is. Yeah. She's been confirmed as well. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, obviously. I mean, yeah. I know you're right. Like, but then again, I maintain that you can write a story where he gets broken out of prison, or there's some law thing that happens where there's just so many angles they could have taken to get him out of there.
But at that point, it's a bit Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian season 3, where the beginning of Mandalorian season 3, you're like, oh wait, Grogu's back. How did that happen? Unless you watch Book of Boba Fett, you would know that Grogu and Mandalorian were back together. So it's like season 3 of Daredevil, but you haven't watched Spider-Man. Oh, he's out of prison. How'd that happen?
Yeah. But I'm talking about Fisk. I'm talking about Fisk on the beach. That's what I'm talking about. Like
Fisk on the beach, yeah,
Fisk on the beach is like the worst cocktail I could imagine. Got a punch.
Oh dear, that's brilliant. That's lovely.
That's getting clips.
That's getting clipped. Yeah. What's but what could happen with him? I guess like he's kind of lost everyone. I mean, the only thing really to look forward to is Lady Muse, if that's what she's going to be called. There's her. She's going to be killing a bunch of people and being very unhinged. That's going to be wonderful because she'll also be working as a psychiatrist. Also wonderful. I don't know where else it could go with Fisk. I know he's back, and I know he also has a beard. But what they're going to do with him, I don't know. I don't know what other villains has he worked with in the comics that they've collabed with. Who could they bring in?
I mean, I don't know. Actually, that's a really good question.
That he's worked with. I know, like in the Across the Spider-Verse movie, like it was Into the Spider-Verse movie. It was he was working with the female Doc Ock, and Green Goblin and Prowler.
Yeah, but they were like they're very Spider-Man villains. So like
they're all very Spider-Man villains. So yeah, it's like what are they? Who would be a good villain for Kingpin to work with in a future movie that's MCU friendly?
Oh, I don't know. But because Rhino, but then again, that's
Spider-Man villain.
Spider-Man. I mean, Electric Crossbones, but it gets gone, dead.
Crossbones is dead. Yeah.
Yep. Taskmaster, dead.
Unless they Abomination. Possibly, yeah.
But Abomination's on that. Abomination after She-Hulk was on that sort of.
Well, he was rescued by Wong at the end.
Exactly, redemption sort of. Ooh, no, they wouldn't do that. Magneto, nah, they wouldn't do that.
No, not Mag. No, again, that's very X-Men. Whilst X-Men is now under the MCU banner, it's like fine. I'm just trying to
Do you
think
know?
of
Do you,
other
do you,
like
do you
criminal
know?
masterminds.
Do you know who we haven't heard from in a while? The Hand. Um, the Hand, or could be do it? No, no,
Or
no.
well, Electra,
Yeah,
because they did tease that she was alive again, if I
exactly.
recall. They did
So
tease that she was alive again. So maybe she's been like indoctrinated under Fisk, and she's like a brainwashed henchman, and then Daredevil has to win her back. But Karen's going to be very upset about it, and yeah, I guess there's a series and something like that. Yeah,
I don't know. But then maybe they are going to keep it simple, and maybe it is going to be like I don't know, just him comes back, Muse, and then you still got Buck. It's there's still enough in there that he could do something to come back, and like it is a story of revenge, from his side. He just can't keep away,
do you reckon Buck's going to be reformed after all of this?
No, not a chance. Not a chance, man.
I think
listen,
be the one going like, hey, lady, like I think Lady Muse, I think you're let's calm it down a little bit, because now all I want to do is just sit in front of like, you know, Married at First Sight and just snuggle. That's all I want to do. The life of killing people is behind me. Daniel was the last person I killed, and it's
to be fair, that took it out of him. I did not expect him to be that emotionally.
He heard him when he said, "How long until you're on the floor with a gun pointed at your head?" And it's like he heard that. He heard that.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a good point. There could be a bit of I don't know. It'll be interesting, but it's like definitely the defenders are back for this one, so it's just gonna be big. It's gonna be big. So I'm excited.
Nice.
In production now, isn't it? So
I think they've finished filming at this point. Or yeah, no. Well, listen, I've seen like what's it, Charlie Cox with a massive beard, Vincent D'Onofrio with a massive beard, and now they're just it's all about. Is it next week? We've got the Punisher one-off episode. Is that next week?
I think so. Yeah,
yeah. This week or next week?
I can't remember. Yeah.
It's soon. There's the Punisher episode, which I will watch, even though I only watched like 3 episodes of the first Punisher season.
Yeah, it was very slow.
It was slow and it was miserable.
Yeah.
I can only watch a man talk about his dead family so many times. It's.
I've got Batman for that.
Yeah, I've got Batman for that, but it's also just. I get it. That's his primary like thing, but it's not what I call entertainment. Just to be miserable.
Yeah,
I can't all the time. I do like a bit of misery, but not week to week.
I get that, man. I get that. Okay, well, be interesting to watch it when it comes around. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
good. Excellent. What else? Anything else you've been watching?
So I've now completely caught up with Invincible. I am obsessed, and I now want to read all of the comics because I feel like I'm now impatient and just want to know how this story is going to eventually end, because they've said that they're 50% through the comic series now.
Right. Okay. 50%. Wow, that's
a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
And they're 4 seasons. Like you would think, oh, maybe they're wrapping it up. We'll finish season 5. No, they're 50% of the comics.
So, I mean, best estimate, they'll do 8 seasons, but potentially maybe 6 or 7. But like, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
they might rush a few bits. But
you said last time it was they're literally doing it 1-to-1. Like it's like
it feels like it from the bits that I've seen. I've not read the comics, but I've seen panels which are like almost word for word the dialogue from the scene that's what happened in the series compared to what's happened on the page. There are some bits that are different, like there's a character called Tech Jacket who in the comics is a man, but they've made a young girl this time. Like Amber in the comics was a white blonde girl, but she's a black woman in the TV show. It's just them, like they said, we admit, like after we've like written and done the comics, in hindsight, they've gone, we probably could have been a bit more diverse. So they made the series more diverse.
Yeah,
to sort of correct what they consider their own mistakes. And that's fair. If you're the creator, you're allowed to do that.
Exactly.
Oh, well, I'm not saying you're not allowed to do it any other way, but you know what I mean? It's just like, You
if
can't
what if,
argue
if
with.
if there's one person who can do it, it's like
Yeah, exactly. If there's
yeah.
one person who's like, do you know what, this is my mistake,
Yeah.
then yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. But what Invincible reminds me of, and I may have said this before, and I'll say it again. When I was younger,
Mm,
Channel
mm.
4, about midnight on a Friday night,
Yeah.
would play old like manga films.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Like really violent manga films, like
I remember
Devilman,
this.
the Demon Bird, and Three Times Three Eyes. Those sorts of really just brutally violent, bloody, sort of superhero-y type stories, supernatural stories, and all that. Invincible reminds me of that. It's
Mm.
so graphic and so violent. There is a scene in this series. I'm not going to go into the big descriptions, but it involves pulling out intestines. And it's rare for me to look away from the screen,
Okay.
especially with a cartoon. But I
Right.
had to look away from the screen, even though it was a cartoon. Because I'm just like,
Wow.
and it just keeps going. And it kept going. And I was, I can't believe this is happening. Because it was slow and
Yeah.
long. And
Wow. Okay. Fair.
so I really want to talk to you about, because you'll know it when it happens, obviously. But there's just so much that. Do you remember like the end of the first episode where the head gets?
And it was like, whoa, okay, yeah.
Like, oh, we've turned a corner, and I'm not sure I like the direction, but oh wow, it keeps on getting worse.
Okay.
It's a brilliant show, but the violence keeps on getting worse.
Wow.
Love it.
Talking about the violence keeps getting worse. I'm in a similar situation with you as with The Boys. That's what I've been watching.
You've been watching The Boys. I'm very behind on The Boys.
Yeah. So in the same way that I'm behind on Invincible, I am ahead on The Boys. I will say the first thing is I wish I'd watched Gen V before watching this season.
Right. Yeah.
I do wish I had. I don't feel like I've missed out on a lot, but I have missed out on bits and pieces that probably would have made a little bit more sense to me. But that being said, so I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna look this up. I'm actually gonna look this up right now because I have questions, and I really wish I had looked this up earlier on. Okay,
I've seen some of Gen V. So, what question might you need answering?
No. It's not about Gen V. It's not about Gen V. Okay. So this season was renewed 2024, May 2024. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when it was renewed. And writing for it was done probably around then, is around 2024 as well. Yeah. So it was written before the 2024 presidential election. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
And so it was written before then and shot and everything like that. And then the presidential election happened, and America is experiencing what is experiencing. And I'm watching The Boys going, oh my God, this is like The Simpsons. You know when like The Simpsons predicted everything? Like I'm watching this going like, and I'm getting to end of episodes going, oh, that's very on the nose. Like, you know, like that's very like, oh, that's just what's happening. But this was written before all of this stuff happened. So because like this is the thing about like you and I are like we've dabbled in the world of comedy. We would have called ourselves comedians at some point.
Yeah, at one point in my life, yeah.
We know what it means to write, right? And writing, like especially in comedy. So like, The Boys is a comedy. It's a dark comedy, right? The thing when you write for comedy, for comedic purposes, you're heightening it. You're going like, where is the most ridiculous place I can go to that would be still have a semblance of like, you know, this could happen, but is so far fetched that you go like, it's funny, it's ridiculous, so on and so forth. And that's obviously what they went through when they were putting this all together, this season together. And I know, you know, when they were doing the writing and stuff like that. And then the world happens, and you go like, no, they didn't go far enough. Like,
Oh no.
it's very good.
It's too real. Too real.
It's way too real for what is going on right now. There is a story like, oh, I kind of want to spoil one thing because like it ties in so
Homelander run for president.
no. Homelander doesn't run for president. The president is the president. It is very funny scene with the president and Homelander. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
I'm gonna spoil one thing.
Go on then.
One thing.
Go on.
And you know how Trump released that AI image of him, and then he did the whole thing like, oh, I thought that's what doctors looked like, but it was clearly a picture of him as Jesus healing people. He's got delusions of God.
Yeah. Homelander does the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, damn. Like
it's so weird. It's so weird.
That's the thing. It's so weird watching all of this and being like, I'm enjoying it. I'm loving this season. This is actually, I think it's fantastic. I think they're doing everything right in it. I think Kimiko is standout for me in this season. Big change in her character, which is brilliant. Yeah, it's insane. But it's hilarious. I think everything they do with every character. Mother's Milk has become like so much more focused and like a badass than he ever and he was a badass before. Yeah. Now he's even more of a badass. There's just so many moving parts that I'm really, really enjoying. That I say, oh, sorry, back to Mother's Milk. There's a bit that he is a badass, but there's something that he does where you go like, he's still a dad. You know what I mean? He's still, you know what I mean? Like he's a badass, but he hasn't lost his humanity and who he is, which is what makes it even better. But like, there's so much that's happening. All the performances are brilliant. There's not a weak performance in here. It doesn't slow down. It doesn't, like, everything happens so quickly, but so measured and like really well written, really well done. It's very much what we've just spoken about with Daredevil, like everything. But the thing is, like, Daredevil was kind of on the nose a little bit with the whole sort of like Trumpian bisque and stuff like that. This, man, like I'm like literally going like, the writers for The Boys must have been time travelers. That's the only explanation I can give, because like everything they're putting in here, I'm just like, okay, fine. Like, yeah. It's great. It's fantastic.
I guess it's sort of, not to dive into politics, but it just sort of goes to show how the far right are actually incredibly predictable.
Oh yeah, that's the key thing, isn't it? Like that is the main thing. It's like it's just boring at this point. Like
you literally, when you go, yeah, you couldn't make it up. It's like, no, you absolutely can.
We've made it up many times, and I can give you. I've got the receipts. Like, and every time you will eventually lose because you align yourself with a demagogue, and as soon as that demagogue dies, your movement dies. So happy days. Yeah. Wow, we got political on this. So if you didn't know what our politics were before.
What else have we? I watched a film.
Oh, you watched a film? That's unusual.
I watched a film.
I like watching films. What did you watch?
It's the newest Sam Raimi film. Send Help. And I gotta say, you know, like you can watch a Tim Burton film and be like, oh, that's so Tim Burton.
Yeah, which is every film by Tim Burton.
Tim Burton makes. But like same with Sam Raimi, you're just like, oh, it's Sam Raimi. There'll just be just a little moment and it's like, oh, it's so Sam Raimi. Oh, it's just like, oh, Sam Raimi. That's so good.
It's like the operating room scene in Spider-Man 2 is like the most Sam Raimi scene, like in what is not a very Sam Raimi film. Like it's a superhero film, but that scene alone, you just go, yeah, that's Sam Raimi.
It's Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Especially like this film is not a supernatural film of any sort. No, so it's not his usual fare of like Drag Me to Hell and the Evil Dead and Doctor Strange and all of that. It's actually a very grounded film. It's about a woman who there's a new CEO at her company, and she gets passed over for a promotion that she was due to have. Like it was supposed to be her job, but the new CEO decided to promote one of his mates instead. But they're like, "Oh, we'll give you a chance, and you can come on this work trip with us on a private plane." The plane crashes, and the only survivors is her and the dickhead CEO.
Brilliant.
And they've got to just sort of survive on this island.
While being micromanaged and told that generative AI, use generative AI in your work.
But that's just the beauty of it. Like the guy's injured, and the whole thing is that she wanted to be a contestant on Survivor. So she knows how to do all of this stuff, and he's still trying to boss her around, and she's like, "No, I'm not doing that." There's a lot of stuff in the film where you're kind of like, I think you're supposed to be going, "Yeah, you go, girl," but that's still murder.
Yeah.
it's kind of like, oh no, she crazy. She definitely crazy. I mean, he asshole, but she crazy. So it's so everyone gets, I guess, what's coming to them in this film. But I believe me, I know it sounds like I've explained a lot. You have no idea what comes up in this film. Like
love it.
But it's great. It's great. It's very Sam Raimi, and it's great. So highly recommend.
I will watch. I love it. Excellent.
Disney Plus, so I know you can.
Yeah, fantastic. I'll no excuse. Shall we talk a couple of UK things specific?
We could talk a couple of UK things. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I asked you this before, but I'm surprised you haven't watched SNL UK yet.
No, I don't even really watch SNL US. I like SNL US because I only get to see the very good clips.
Yeah.
So I
So
don't get to see everything else. I've not actually seen a single clip of SNL UK. I've not seen a single. I've seen an advert.
No, the advert was terrible.
No, it was like an advert for like their costuming or something like that was on YouTube. And it's not their fault, like, but none of them sort of was endearing to me. I wasn't just like, oh, that guy seems really cool, or that woman seems really cool. I'd really like to watch this. No, just none of it just has pulled me in. But I do hear that it can be quite good.
It's very SNL. This is the thing. Like, I think like it's what you just said is it's the you watch the funny clips of SNL. Like, and in today's day and age, like most people will only know the funny bits of SNL. Like everyone knows we got to have more cowbell, right? Because it's an iconic scene. The rest of that episode probably had mediocre stuff around it. Like it just had one standout clip, and that's because I think that's the nature of SNL. It's like because it's written on a weekly basis and there's commentary on whatever's happening. Some of it's gonna hit, some of it's gonna miss, and it's most of it averages out to be fine. And this is the same here. Like there have been some brilliant sketches, there have been some god awful sketches, but most of it is actually pretty decent. But the thing that the real highlight for me has been the weekend update. So I don't know if like the American one has Colin Jost and
but they do the thing where they do the racist jokes every Christmas.
Yeah,
to be honest, it's really funny.
It's so funny. It's really so funny because it's very knowing and they know what they're doing and it's whatever.
They know what they're doing. It's like, but it's as long as you know what they're doing. As in, you know the context. It's not a white guy reading out really racist jokes. It's the fact that a black guy has written these jokes for him to say. In front of his wife, as well.
and he doesn't know. They don't know what they've written for each other, which is the best bit as well. Like they did.
And that's it's a good bit.
Yeah. So the weekend update is always the funniest bit. The thing is, right? That is like the best bit of SNL right now in the US because it's the riskiest bit. Okay, a lot of SNL does actually play it quite safe. Like
Okay, yeah.
even like, whereas the UK SNL, because UK humor versus US humor. US humor, I think some of the best humor comes out there. Like some of the best comedies come out US. My wife is finally starting to watch the US Office, and like I'm very happy for her. I'm very excited. Parks and Recreation, The Good Place, like sitcoms out of the US, brilliant, yeah, and some very good comedians. However, UK humor is, I would say, a lot darker, a lot edgier, a lot more sarcastic, and a lot, a lot drier. Yeah.
I would say UK stand up is better than US stand up, but
Yes.
US sitcoms are better than UK
Oh,
sitcoms.
100%. 100% agree with that. And sketches kind of fall in between. Some are good, some are bad. But
Yeah.
the thing that's coming across in the UK SNL is that they do not hold back. Like there is like literally. So, for example, a good example would be the first episode. There is a whole advert for like a scent, like a fake one of these fake adverts to scents, and it's basically essentially there's like if you're oh no, it's like it's face cream. This face cream will make your partner look so young you will become a nonce. And that's the whole thing.
That's a good one.
It's so good. It's so funny. But like that would not fly on the SNL US. They wouldn't do a pedophile joke because
No, they wouldn't.
they
No.
wouldn't. So the whole point is like we go hard, and there's like the one that's really goes hard, the one that's like really, it's the Weekend Update, our version of the Weekend Update, with Anya Magliano and Paddy Young. Now, first of all, their chemistry is phenomenal. Like they are so good together. Like they work so funny. But some of the jokes, oh, some of them are so dark, but they're so good. There was one. It was one. I'm making a hash of this, right? So you need to go find it. But essentially, it's like, do you remember when like the US like were bombing Iran and they bombed like, yeah,
they still are.
they still are. No, no. But
do
do you remember when they bombed a bridge and they apologized for bombing a bridge, right?
Yes.
So the punchline they used on SNL UK was, America has apologized for bombing a bridge. They went, sorry, we thought it was a school. And you're just like,
oh.
And it's so good. Like as I say, the Weekend Update for me is like the highlight. Every one I watch, I'm like, yep, I like it. Don't get me wrong. There's been a couple of things in the Weekend Update that I go like, I don't enjoy that bit. But the bits with Anya and Paddy are like phenomenal when they're reading the news headlines and stuff, the stuff that's been written. And then a lot of the sketches very good as well. So it's very SNL. Like they've done very well to do SNL over here, and it is very much like some stuff. There's some gold, there's some terrible stuff, but most of it averages out to be perfectly good. So
Do you know the thing that really bothers me most about SNL UK though? Aren't we on it?
we're in our 40s, dude. we're too old.
Would you have really wanted to do it though if it had happened during when we were sort of doing our stand up?
Oh, I'd love to have done it. I would have loved to have done it. Yeah, I would have loved to have done it.
Like live television is just such a weird one.
No, I would have absolutely, like SNL, and like Canada has like Second City as well, and like all of those things I've always loved, and I've always like I'd loved, but yeah, and it's yeah, I would have loved to have been part of something like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, shout it out. One of our friends wanted to be on it and then got rejected again. So yeah.
I can think of the thing is one of our friends, and I'm just there's like about 5 or 6 different people.
Yeah. I'm not mentioning any names, by the way. I'm not going to say any names about it. So we can talk later. We'll talk later. We'll talk after. We'll talk after.
I wouldn't mind writing some of the music for it. That would have been a fun job.
That would have been cool.
Writing songs for SNL. That I would have enjoyed to do.
Foo Fighters were on a couple of episodes ago as well. That would have been
fuck those guys.
I would have like. How good it would be. Dave Grohl did a sketch with them as well. Like it was a sketch on a plane as well. And it was like, and it was a good sketch as well because it's about the overconfidence of men thinking that they could fly a plane. And Dave Grohl stands up saying, "Well, I wrote a song about learning to fly. I could do this." So yeah,
It's just such a shame their new songs don't sound that great. I'm not enjoying their new songs. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about.
Shall we talk about another UK comedy thing?
Yeah, this one I have watched.
Yeah, let's talk about Last Comic Standing.
Last One Laughing.
Last one laughing. Yeah,
Last Comic Standing was a different series.
That was a very different series. Last one laughing. Yes.
Last One Laughing, which I don't know. We weren't the first ones. UK wasn't the first one to do it, was it?
No, I don't think so. But I think we're doing it. I think we're doing it best.
Yeah, I think just the way our comedians work, because the surreality of some of our humor, the likes of your Bob Mortimer,
Oh my god.
like
Oh
the
my
things
God.
about like the Bob Mortimer songs, and the it's just magic or it's just lard, like those things are just absolute comedy gold. Even Richard Wayawade as well, who like he shouldn't. What he says isn't funny, but it's his delivery, his persona.
Well,
Oh,
yeah. Well, I mean, and that's really feeds into sort of this season and like who they got into the room this time, because it was very much. I was watching it going like, yeah, Mel's screwed. Like, Mel, Alan Carr, you are screwed. I'm surprised they lasted as
Mel
long as
did
they did.
very well.
Mel did amazing
very
because
well.
you've got Ramesh, first of all, who is like, Ramesh on the surface is like, why is he funny? He's very funny. I love Ramesh. He's
It's also
hilarious.
it's his double takes
Mhm.
and no pun intended, his side eye.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
the when he'd have to look away, it's almost like he was a character in The Office panning to the camera. Someone said something and he would just turn away like,
Yep. So you got that.
so funny to watch.
Then we had David Mitchell as well. So like again, and who's not stand up as well. He's sketch. But I get he's so dry and his whole thing is based on being neurotic. Really, that's like all his character. Yeah, it's and you want his bit where he does stand up for the first time.
Yeah,
was like, if I'd been in that room, I wouldn't have held it together. Like it was
too real.
it was too real, but it was perfect. And you could see all the experienced stand-ups in that room were like, I can't do this. This is like, he was calling them all out. Like,
Yeah.
And you could see every single one of them were struggling to not laugh. And it's like, but then so you had that, and then you had Sam Campbell, who's like again, who's another one where you go, how is he so funny? He is funny. He's so funny. But he's like,
I didn't like his Joker, to be honest. I didn't like that.
No, I didn't like his Joker. I thought it felt like he was trying too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went too hard to surreal that it just wasn't funny. It was just weird.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, all the way through, like he did so well. Like
the one-liners he would come out with, where him and Richard Madeley was superb. The absolutely superb. Yeah, it's AI. It's like talking to a soulless robot, isn't it? No, I don't know, but you seem like a nice guy to me. Like so quick.
Yeah.
So quick with that was just so sublime.
And it is that delivery, isn't it? Because he delivers it like so sincerely that it becomes funny. And and I think that's why this show works as well, when all these comedians are doing that to each other, because they know they can't perform to each other. They can't do their act.
No, but they still were kind of doing that, and that's what was kind of fun to watch. I'd tell you who I thought was actually done dirty was Amy Gledhill. Like when she was kicked off, it was like other people had smiled just as much as she did, but she was booted off for it because I guess they needed to rush it through because they were like, fuck, no one's laughing.
She was doing great as well.
She was doing great.
Yeah, I thought she was fantastic. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that season, that series. Oh, it was when they got Natasha how do I pronounce her surname again?
Which one? Oh, no, Demistriou.
Yeah, from Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god. When they
As
brought
the intimacy coordinators.
when they brought the pair of them in those, because and it was what Ramesh said. It's like they are like the best character actors around, and they are. They are
are.
phenomenal. And they came in, and I was like, oh my god, they're gonna destroy this.
Yeah. It took a moment because my partner loves What We Do in the Shadows, and I was just like, "Oh, it's Nadia
Yeah,
from
it's
What We Do in the
Nadia. Yeah,
Shadows."
yeah.
And she's like, "Is it?" I
Yeah.
went, "Look, she's wearing a wig. Is that all it took?"
Well, no,
it's quite clearly her.
it's the character. That's what she is. She's so good.
She's
like
got lost in the character.
lost
Yeah.
in the character. But no,
Lost
I
in the
enjoyed it.
character.
I enjoyed it. Do you think it was a fair contest, a winner? Do you think it was a fair winner? Yeah.
I actually, if we're as I said, if we're gonna like penalize Amy Gledhill for that smile in that final bit where they're feeding each other food, where Sam and David are feeding each other food, David Mitchell lets out a big smile.
He does.
And I
he
thought,
does.
oh, that's it. That's the end. He's done it. But they seem to ignore that and then crown him the winner because he made two people laugh instead of Sam making one person laugh, which I feel like they could have done something else, like tickle each other until the first person laughed. That would have been a good, like, sudden death tiebreaker.
Yeah.
But otherwise, but it seemed that Sam more than anyone was unbreakable. Like he
Unbelievable.
He was unbreakable. David Mitchell looked like he was struggling, and that's all again as an entertaining thing for me to watch someone so much of the straight man like a Richard Ayoade and David Mitchell try not to laugh. That's really funny to me to see someone so straight break so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's entertainment.
Because you have to understand, like people who are listening in, like when you are on stage performing, like we're not performing for the whole audience. We're performing to that one person who's not laughing in the middle. That's the person we see. That's the person we know. And we want to break them. We want to make them laugh, right? And that's why you see some comedians have a meltdown on stage because they're not getting the laugh.
Also, one of the most rewarding things that you can get, you could have told a joke on a stage and the audience don't laugh. But if you hear a laugh from a comedian you respect, that feels better than the room laughing.
Yes. 100%. 100% that. Yes.
That is actually just like, I don't care if you didn't laugh, but the fact that I just made that person laugh, whether it's a friend or a hero or whatever, it's like, I'm so glad that person laughed and I don't care about the rest of it.
Because you have to understand there's a certain point where you've been doing comedy for so long, you don't laugh. You stop laughing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's plenty of times where I've sat at a comedy gig and people may think that I'm not laughing, and I'm in my head going, "That's really funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious." But really, what I'm thinking is, "God, I wish I could write that." Yeah. But I'm still aware of going like, "Oh my God, if I wasn't analyzing this so much, I'd be laughing my ass off."
Oh mate, so many times I've watched friends of mine absolutely kill it on stage, and I'm like, I want to laugh so hard, and like I can't because I'm going there. Oh, that's such a great joke. Oh, that was so well written. Oh, I see what you did there. But
oh, what a callback!
Yeah,
all of those. Yeah.
Oh, you've subverted. Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going for the obvious low hanging fruit, but instead you went for this high one, and it was worth it.
Oh, yeah. We are the worst.
Yeah, but we clearly don't do comedy anymore.
So we're becoming reviewers. No.
Oh shit.
Oh, buddy. Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
But I guess that's the end of the podcast.
And our careers.
Wait, careers? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody who listened to the podcast. You made it this far. We really, really appreciate you. Choosing of all the podcasts that are out there that feature middle-aged white men, we appreciate you picking ours. If you did enjoy the podcast, whatever platform you're on, whether you're listening this on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, leave a review, leave a comment as well. What do you think you could have made it out of last one laughing? It's okay. This is that last one laughing. Could you have survived it?
I'm sorry, Rick is really drunk, everyone.
Why am I the one being drunk? If you're watching on YouTube, again, give the video a like and subscribe as well. We'll try not to make it 3 weeks next time. We'll try and be back in 2 weeks. But yeah.
If there's something to talk about, this is the thing. Hopefully there'll be that Punisher episode. I don't know what else there is to watch.
We will talk about things, okay? Don't you worry. We will find things to talk about. But thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.